This is exactly what Habs fans have been waiting to see, as David Reinbacher has been on an absolute heater in Laval with 5 points in his last 3 games, 8 in his last 10, but it doesn't stop there. Michael Hage putting on a highlight reel goal against Harvard as he's coming off an insane weekend for the University of Michigan, putting him atop the point leaders in the NCAA, and also a very interesting name in Sammy Blais, the recent waiver claim, making some noise in Laval, and there's been some people mentioning how he could be making his Habs debut for the season very soon. So much to get into, Jesse, and let's start with Sammy Blais, who was named the 3rd star of the night in the entire AHL yesterday, because guess what? He had 2 goals and this beautiful shootout winner. Now, I know Montreal has had a lot of call-ups recently, and we got guys like, the newly signed Texier making the lineup. We got Florian in the lineup, Jared Davidson a bit banged up coming out. But with Sammy Blais, clearly we signed him with the intention that he could be one of those sort of emergency call-up guys. Do you see a world where maybe at some point in the next little while, if he keeps up this kind of scoring acumen, he could maybe sneakily jump back to the Habs while Florian or Jared Davidson go back to the AHL to work on their game a bit more?
You have to feel like a call-up is coming within the next couple games here. I think Florian's going to stay up. Jared Davidson, although we've liked him, it's probably going to be the guy getting sent back down. Sammy Blais, again, it's going to get the call right now. And again, just so nice that Davidson's going to get some time to develop. But that's what hurt about losing Sammy Blais, Josh, to get to the man of the hour right now. It's we knew what an impact player that he could be. Getting him in his debut for Laval, obviously, having a heck of a start here with 2 goals, obviously very much furthering his case to get a call for the Montreal Canadiens in short order. So again, just the way tipping a goal, again, to get the game over into overtime as well. So, just a big part of helping this team right now, really bring a little bit more of that grit into the bottom 6. You have to feel like him with Florian, even though we know Davidson brings that physicality as well. I love what Sammy Blais and both Florian and Xhekaj could provide to this bottom 6.
100%. It's really cool to look at the way this team's developing. And again, we don't really know when Kirby Dach is going to be fully back, and because he's the guy who's kind of the closest, and we're still waiting. But for now, I think there's no harm in having Blais and Florian as that kind of rotating 13th forward. And I think those are both the profile of guy that you want there. And I also don't think it's bad to have Florian refine some of his skating skills, maybe defensive acumen against NHL level talent in practice, right? There's benefits to getting a lot of time in the AHL, but there's also benefits to training with the NHL club. So it's going to be interesting to see how Montreal goes about this, but I think you're right. I would not be surprised to see Sammy Blais called up. I'd love to see some comments down below. Yes or no, will Sammy Blais be called up? Just a yes or a no in the comment section and give me your reasoning. But we're going to get to someone else in Laval in just a moment, because David Reinbacher's been on a heater recently, Jesse. But we got to shift gears to the NCAA, where, look, it's been a while since we checked in with Michael Hage, and we're just going to get straight into it. He's tied for the NCAA lead in points. Isn't that crazy? His progression from a freshman to a sophomore has been ridiculous, now up to 1.44 points per game. And Jesse, his time on ice has gone down per game since last year. He's not even playing 16 minutes a night. Compared to a lot of these other guys, he's playing less than them. His teammate Will Horkoff there, who he's been playing on a line with, they have had some crazy chemistry. Horkoff with 18 goals in 18 games. Hage with 16 assists in 18 games. And Hage also scored this absolute beauty against Harvard, coming off a couple of multi-point games. This is a guy, Jesse, that I know we had hype for, but his season has just, after that nuclear level start, he has kind of sustained it against really good opponents, and I'm beyond impressed with what I've seen from Michael Hage recently.
Yeah, the production speaks for itself. These highlight reel goals, as we're seeing here, that shimmy shake where he's going from the inside out there on him and then bringing it inside once again. Just absolutely phenomenal. I think it's without question right now that Michael Hage is going to be an impact player at the NHL level. Just needs a little bit more time to develop. And because we know why, Josh, because of these busy weekends, like we saw him having one game where he has just 3 assists. He's just setting up everybody. And then another game where he's getting a goal, 2 assists. Again, that production's just been through the roof, helping a very strong Michigan team right now to be at the top of the Big Ten standings right now.
100%. I got a shot at TJ Hughes too. I mean, look, the top 5 scorers in the NCAA all made up from 2 different teams, which is honestly kind of crazy how good they've been. But this is the thing. They've had chemistry all year long, and it's not like they're just feasting on lesser opponents. And yeah, maybe the first couple of games against Mercyhurst, that's what happened. But again, you're going up against some good teams, and you're scoring at an incredible rate. And again, 10 goals in 18 games. He had 13 goals in 33 games last year, and we thought that was good. This guy is turning into a bona fide NHL talent if he wasn't already. Leave some love for Michael Hage. Let's just watch that go one more time because, I mean, oh, just how filthy was that? But let's move on quickly in the highlight reel. You can see David Reinbacher. He's the one that made the pass here. Now, he didn't score here on this play. It was Alex Belzile putting in the rebound. But this pass is very demonstrative of what David Reinbacher has done well in Laval recently, is he's now up to 8 points in 11 games, and really they've all come in his last 10 games, so 8 points in his last 10. He didn't have points in his first game, whatever, but the more impressive thing, 5 points in his last 3 games. David Reinbacher, that's again just even 1 point in their last win. He picked up 1 assist there on Belzile's goal for Laval yesterday, but Reinbacher, Jesse, I mean, when we look at the Habs decor, we're setting up for the future. We know we have Matheson, Dobson, Guhle, and Hudson locked up long term. Reinbacher is finally making that noise that we have been asking for so long. We knew all he needed was a bit of runway, but this dude started a little slow with Laval, but has kind of just gone up, and now he is straight up. Without Engstrom there, their best defenseman. It's been incredible to watch, and I know people are calling for a call-up maybe soon. I think our decor is a bit blocked right now to do that. I don't mind letting him cook in Laval for a bit, get some confidence, because Jesse, if this is what it takes to unlock him, I am all for it. I'm so excited from what I've seen from him.
And what's been his key to success? Not feeling sorry for himself and just really looking to turn a page and just keep getting better. Of course, Pascal Vincent, who we love here on the show, recently just said about David Reinbacher, just, you know, like how an intelligent player he is, easy to coach. You kind of get that vibe whenever you're speaking with just easy going David Reinbacher. And you have to feel like these points right now is really good for his confidence after missing some times with some injuries, but he's also countered like, I've been growing his other ways. I went from a boy to a man just right in front of you. And basically, he's saying with his recent performances that he's not done yet. So just amazing to see the points are there. He's very self-aware that he wants to keep further improving on that defensive play. We know he can bring it on both sides. He wants to just continue to shore that up even more, which is just so key for the Montreal Canadiens. If he could just bring in a high-level defensive play with that production, that big body, that smooth skating, we know what David Reinbacher, if he's really hitting his potential, he's under the great tutelage right now of Pascal Vincent. Like, if he can come in, just develop just a little bit further, he can be an impact player for this team. Again, just having such like an impact on guys like Hudson. Like, you like Matheson, that smooth skating on the ice. Prepared to be seeing lots more of that with David Reinbacher. Obviously, Kaiden, Guhle, just like take all the good attributes from all of our defensemen that you like, put them all together, and you get David Reinbacher at the end of the day. He could just be so phenomenal for this team. So nice to see him taking some close developments and, you know, being so close to getting a shot again.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. And again, I don't want to rush this guy at all because let's look at our decor. It is one of the deepest in the league, even with Guhle's injury right now. And I mean, like Adam Engstrom too, like, I almost don't want to bring this up every video, but I just keep thinking it's like with all our defensemen panning out, Engstrom already getting NHL shots and Reinbacher doing what he's doing right now, it just, to me, again, opens that door of like, someone could go in a trade, and I'm open, like, there's a lot of names that could float around there. We know Xhekaj has value. Hard to trade him. It's just one of those guys that feels tough to trade. Struble, has value. Reinbacher has value. Engstrom has value. And there's so many guys that could draw in a good return. And look, I'm not ready to say that any of these guys they're far from guaranteed to be traded. Now, I know there's been some rumors about Engstrom, whatever, but what I will say is it opens that door, and it gives the Habs flexibility. And that has been one of the key things that we've mentioned for so long here on the show is the flexibility this team has up and down the lineup with the trade assets, and we're excited for the future. So leave some love for David Reinbacher. Everything going on with our prospects down below. That'll do it for this episode of Habs Digest. My gosh, just if you want our prospects if you want Hage and Reinbacher to both play in the NHL this season, leave a like on the video. Not impossible. And if you like it, it might just happen. I'm Josh Gosse, my co-host Jesse Poirier. We'll catch you in the next one.